As we expected, the thrust of the issues discussed by the leaders was quite broad-ranging. They are summarized in a relatively lengthy communiqué consisting of 27 pages. They span from the commitment to an open trade regime, both in the context of the multilateral WTO-led framework, but also there is a reference to the current negotiations between the European Union and the United States to form one of the largest trade areas. So this is certainly one of the aspects, one of the agenda items discussed by the leaders. The leaders reiterated their commitment to climate change, to honor the commitments taken so far. And of course, they did discuss the need for a strong and sustainable growth framework, and in that regard they refer to the need to implement a wide range of structural reforms. Clearly the specifics of these measures do vary depending on the specifics of the economy we are talking about. For some economies it's more a matter of raising employment or lowering unemployment. Other economies may face different challenges, but all in all, leaders did point to the need to raise the rate of potential growth for the G20 economies overall. They also made a reference to the need for fiscal sustainability. Once again, this fiscal sustainability would be achieved in the context of the specifics of each G20 economy, and therefore G20 leaders refrain from committing to a specific target, and therefore the issue is to what extent not committing to a specific quantitative target may really ensure a more transparent enforcement of this commitment. And I would say finally an item that might apparently seem a relatively technical item was actually what the leaders I think did manage to find agreement on, this exchange of tax related data. They not just agreed on that, but they also fixed a relatively tight time frame for that to be achieved by 2015. Whether or not this will be achieved is, I think, of secondary importance. What is really relevant is that they committed to a tight framework to escalate pressure on member countries to indeed implement this commitment. And I think once the G20 will have implemented this framework, that should really become the standard for the world economy, thus putting further pressure on the other smaller economies and maybe even the less transparent ones.